My husband told me he fell out of love when he saw me have a panic attack. He said watching me fall apart like that made him lose respect for me. This happened after I'd been in a car accident, minor one, but the sound of screeching tires triggered something in me at a red light 2 weeks later. My breathing got shallow, my hands went numb, and I had to pull over. He was in the passenger seat. I remember him staring at me like I'd become a stranger. "You need to get it together," he said flatly. That night, he slept on the couch. The next morning, he told me he couldn't see me the same way anymore. A panic attack, something I had zero control over, had apparently made me weak in his eyes, unworthy of respect. For the next 4 months, he became distant, stopped touching me, stopped asking about my day. I tried therapy, medication, everything to fix myself so he'd come back. He moved into the guest room permanently. Then one Sunday, I went to drop off his dry cleaning and found a receipt in his jacket pocket. Dinner for 2 at the restaurant where we had our first date. Dated from last Tuesday when he said he was working late. I checked our credit card statements. Dozens of charges I didn't recognize. Hotels, jewelry I'd never received, lingerie in sizes that weren't mine. When I confronted him, he didn't even try to deny it. "I met her at the gym," he said calmly. "She's strong, confident, everything you're not." Turns out, he'd been seeing her for 6 months, started 2 months before my panic attack. The panic attack was just his convenient excuse to justify what he'd already been doing. He moved out that weekend, filed for divorce within days. His lawyer was aggressive, demanding I pay him alimony since I made more as a corporate attorney. Wanted half of everything, including my inheritance from my grandmother. During the asset division hearing, his lawyer painted me as an unstable workaholic who'd neglected her husband. They brought up the panic attack, my therapy sessions, the medication, made me sound like I was falling apart. Meanwhile, he sat there looking composed and reasonable. The betrayed husband who'd stayed as long as he could. What his lawyer didn't know was that I'd hired a private investigator 8 weeks earlier. I had photos, texts, receipts going back nearly a year. Proof that his affair started long before my panic attack. Proof that he'd been draining our joint savings to fund his double life. When my lawyer submitted the evidence, the courtroom went silent. There were pictures of him and his girlfriend on vacation in Hawaii while he'd told me he was at a work conference. Hotel records showing he'd been meeting her twice a week. Credit card statements revealing he'd bought her a $8,000 necklace using money from our account. Text messages where he described me as his ball and chain and discussed how to maximize what he could take in the divorce. The judge was not pleased, denied his alimony request. Split assets based on what each person had actually contributed. My lawyer then brought up one final piece of evidence. Turns out his girlfriend was also married. Her husband had no idea. My lawyer had tracked him down, and he was very interested in this information. As we left the courthouse, I watched my ex-husband's face drain of color when he saw his girlfriend's husband waiting in the parking lot. That man was holding a folder labeled countersuit and looked absolutely furious. His wife's betrayal was about to cost them both everything. My ex tried calling me that night. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail saying we should talk, that things had gotten out of hand, that maybe we could work something out. But I was done being the weak one, the one who fell apart. 2 days later, his girlfriend's husband filed for divorce and named my ex specifically in the paperwork. He's being sued for alienation of affection, which is still legal in our state. My lawyer called to tell me the lawsuit is requesting $250,000 in damages. Now my ex is facing 2 divorces and a massive lawsuit, all because he mistook my vulnerability for weakness. Last week, I got a text from an unknown number, just 4 words that made my blood run cold. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.